Hello and welcome. I'm really pleased today. We have Basil King. Basil, how are you doing?
Still good again, considering.
Excellent, excellent. Anyway, welcome to A Poem from My Thoughts. And of course, we're in Windrush Month, which is really important for those of us of Caribbean heritage here in the UK. So, Basil, before we talk about your poem, tell us a bit about your family background and yourself.
Yes, my family, myself, came from an island called, I wonder if you will know it, a place called Jamaica. And I came over, my father came before with my stepmother, and they sent for me and my sister. There's three of us. My brother, 2 years older, me in the middle, and my sister 2 years younger. And but I grew up with my sister until the age of 9. Then they sent for us, for me and my sister, because my brother was otherwise engaged in the Caribbean, Jamaica. And then we came over at 9, going 10. I did my age, and that was it. When we reside in South London,
Okay.
and I went to school in South London, Balham,
Okay.
Chestnut Grove.
Oh
But
yeah.
first we went in Mitcham infant school, then down to Tooting. I grew up in Tooting, and then I went to Balham, and then of course when I left home in my early teens, I kept being I reside in South London, Vauxhall, Stockwell, Clapham, and so forth.
Okay. Okay.
That long and faluted enough for you.
So when did you first realize that you were interested in poetry?
Well, I've always liked and admire dialogue, words. And I was always at a yearning, a feeling that I would like to do. And it became stronger and stronger, that feeling, that vibration. And it entered my spirit man. So I was writing a play. And while I was writing a play, of course, the play, or yeah, the play, it can go on and on, obviously. And while I was doing that, my break time was to something will come to me, and I start to jot it down. I know, little did I realize it was poetry. But at the same time, importantly, is what I pick up like a magnet from the streets and from wherever. I'll pick up, watching TV or whatever, and I'll pick up something, and it will come into my spirit man, and then I start to write it. And that's how it came about.
So okay, so before you recite your poem, can you tell us a bit about your artistic background as you mentioned then? What 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 has been your experience in the artistic world, literary world?
Well, I grew up in the theater.
Mm.
I went to I went I grew up in the theater. I joined a company back in the day called Lova Chor Theatre Company, with myself and otherwise known as Malcolm Fredericks.
Okay.
Beastly in No Problem. It was me and him who started that company. In, um, in that company in Earl's Court at the West Indian Student Center then.
Mhm.
And then we had a lady who came in, was an English lady was a director, and she was a rather student, and she was there with all the big actors who became and so forth. So we started that company, and we started to do try to promote Caribbean authors and so forth. So we do them, and plus the ones being in this country, Mustafa Matura, and all of those other folks. And we started to perform them, and we also did workshop, and it was a training ground for myself, Malcolm, Robert Phillips, Gordon Case, who passed away, and so forth. And that's how we started doing the workshop. It's a workshop. It was yeah, workshop we're doing and working and performing, and that's how I did it. And then I decided to go to drama school
Okay.
at a mature age of 24, 23, 24, for text and technique, because I felt I needed that, and that would give me the added confidence. Because I mean, I went on stage from about 14 and a half, 15 raw.
Mhm.
So I went into I went to one of the drama school, and they said to me, East 15, the method school. they said to me, what are you doing here? And I said, because I had a CV, equity card, full equity. And I said, I've come to do some text and technique. But Basil, we see your work, and you don't need us. You just need a good director. I'll tell you what, why didn't you go down to this drama school called Weber Douglas and do a postgrad with the postgrads? Because you're far too experienced. So I cut a long story short, I did that. And because that's what you need. And they do a year. That's all you need. We can't teach you to act. So I did that, and I auditioned, and I got in, and so forth. So they saw my CV, and they went, "Why have you come to us?" And I said, "Well, I need text and technique, text and technique. That's it." And they took me in, and I carried on, and so forth. And then I left after, and then I went on the boards and so forth, and then I uh carry on, and then I came out. Then I started working in the theatre and climbing, and did some rather by the grace wonderful stuff in the theatre. And if theatre was like TV, I would have been a superstar.
Okay.
And that's not being boastful.
Right. Okay, so back to your poem. So you've given us a bit of a backdrop to the inspiration then behind your poem.
The poem, yes, that was I was seeing TV programs and films about the Windrush generation, reading the books, looking at the books, and then something entered my spirit again, and I had my visual, hearing, and I went, my goodness, what a journey, what a journey, what a decision to be made, and what a journey to undertake. And it stayed with me. And then one day decided to come from my inner to my outer with my pencil. And then so I decided it started to come to me, the utterance, and I started to write it down. And in actual fact, there was no rewrites. I did it in 15, 20 minutes.
So please go ahead and read your poem.
Right here. A vulnerable people by Basil King. Vulnerable people, vulnerable songs. Play, DJ, play. They come as they come. Far from far in the Indies. In the deep Indies of the West Indies. As they come. Play the sounds and sounds of the Indies. Play and play them all. From the different islands they come, with their different accents and shades and different sounds of a rhythm. They come, they come, they come, they come. Oh, they come. Play the drums, play the horns, play the pans, play them rhythm, Mr. Soundman. Blow the horns, blow and play. Play, DJ, play those sweet sounds. Those vulnerable sweet sounds. Play for their arrival. Play also for their welcoming. Because we are coming from far, far away. Blow the trumps. Play the sounds. DJ, play and play good. Good, let me hear it. Let me all hear it. Listen. Mm-hmm. 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 For our trip. And what a trip it's been. What a journey to reach these shores. Thank God we reach good, so play, because we're feeling vulnerable for our journey. From across many, many rivers to be here in this England enclosed town of a country. From that island of a place we came, from that island. Yes, that island. land of our fathers' land. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Where to be, where to be, from that place to this place now. We came in our hundreds and thousands, marching on, marching in. Oh, rivers of Babylon, where we sat down. Mm-hmm. So play those songs, Mr. DJ. Play those songs as we march on in onto these old new shores. Play the song, Vulnerable People, Vulnerable Song. Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
Powerful.
Yeah.
So whenever you deliver that poem, how do you feel afterwards?
A bit drained. Ah, it's body and soul. In actual fact, that was given to me, the script. I had a dinner party some years ago, and about six of us, about three fellas or four fellas and two ladies, and you know, those weekend Sundays, so Saturdays, and I saw a thoughtfulness on one of the brow, on the face of one of the guest, female guest, and I think she was analyzing, and with the six of us, and then after about 15 minutes, she goes, "Oh, Basil, I've got it," and she actually went, "Oh, I've got it, Basil. What you do is body and soul," and I went, "Yeah," but I didn't know she would know that, but she did. That's how it is.
Excellent. In our world, what she gave you is the clarity and definition.
Yes, yes. So that's how it was going. You know, and when people, if they're interested, get to hear my other works, they will, I would say, be in agreement.
And having said that, then, so if people are interested in booking you, learning more about your work and your background, how do they get hold of you?
Well, my email address, basilkingstar@gmail.com. And also, I'm also on this thing called TikTok and this other thing called Instagram and so forth. And when they get in touch, and I've got a management as well, but I won't go there yet. Personal management or agent, I won't go there yet. If they get those, what I've given out, basilkingstar@gmail.com, I can put them on to further contacts if needs be.
Excellent. So that was Basil King. And Basil, remind us of the name of that very powerful Windrush poem.
Vulnerable People, Vulnerable Songs.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.